Okay, in this video, I would like to let you know how to use data to create a dummy variable. Dummy variable is equal to 1 if some condition is satisfied. 0 means this condition is not satisfied. And that's quite useful when you do regression analysis. So the first method to create a dummy variable is just use generate. So you can generate a new variable called large wage if the wage is larger than 30,000. If these conditions satisfy, so you just you can generate a variable equal to whether these conditions satisfy or not. So if this condition satisfy, the large wage will become 1, and if not, that will become 0. Okay. So basically, if you implement that command, you will generate a new variable called large weight 1. And the first observation is 0 because his wage is lower than 30,000. And this 1 means because he's more than 30,000 and others similar. Another method you can use tabulate, but you need to make sure the variable here is the numerical variable, and you can tab the numerical variable and generate a new set of variable that's called state D, and that will become a set of dummy variable. For example, a dummy variable state 1 equal to 1 means this state is Alabama, 0 otherwise. Or state D2 is this state Alaska, 0 otherwise, and so on. So maybe you will generate state D50. That's all the states in US. And if you want to control or include this in your regression, you can just type state star. So star in data means whatever. So you can use star to represent all these variables, all these dummy variables. Okay. So if you implement, it will look like this. They will show up the tablet to show the frequency of the state variable, and then generate a new set of variable called state D, D1, D2, D3, D4, D50. Okay, so that's the data looks like. You will generate a lot of state D variable, and main is 7 because its numerical is 7. So the D7 is main. So basically, if you want to control it belong to which dummy variable, you can just change the value here, and then we'll generate corresponding dummy variable for you. And the final method is not really generate the variable. Sometimes you just include the dummy variable in your regression, but to want create a variable permanently, you can use this I dot. And so if you put I dot this variable, it will generate a dummy variable for you. For example, sex is the dummy variable. Is the 1 means male, 0 means female. And year is another variable. And if you put I dot, it will generate, for each year, it will generate 1 dummy variable. But it's temporary, not permanently. So it's not really stored in your data. Data doesn't generate any variable. Okay, just temporary generate. And you can use this symbol to ignore, to generate the interaction term between the sex and the year. And if you double up, it will generate sex dummy and also year dummy and their interaction term. So here is the example. When you run the regression, if you just put 1, this symbol, it just have interaction term. Male 2015, 1 dummy. Male 2016, 1 dummy. Female 2014, 1 dummy. Female 2015, 1 dummy. And so forth, so on. And so on. And if you have 2, this symbol, you will have both level term and interaction term. Okay. So this is just gender, male, female. And this is 2014, 2015, 16. So use 2014 as the reference. So you need to omit 1 group. That's typical for dummy variable. And finally, this is your interaction term.